Yo, the internet is on fire right now. Fans are in complete shock because brand new, leaked FBI documents just surfaced and they might change everything we thought we knew about. King Von's tragic death. Word on the street is, it wasn't just a shootout. It wasn't just a beef gone wrong. It might have been a setup. And the most shocking part, the betrayal might have come from inside his own circle. OTF. Yes, y'all heard that right? Insiders are now claiming that somebody close to Von, possibly even someone from Lil Durk's inner team, might have played a dark role in what went down that night in Atlanta. Secret phone records, deleted texts, money transfers. This isn't a conspiracy anymore. The feds are digging in deep. And baby, when I tell you the comment section is in a war zone right now. Hashtag Vonwa setup is trending all over X. TikTok is going crazy. And even some rappers are starting to speak out. But hold up, this story gets way deeper. We're talking betrayal, secrets, street politics, and loyalty being shattered from the inside out. Grab your snacks, buckle up, because the King Von murder case just took a dark new turn, and the streets will never be the same again. After King Von's tragic death back in November 2020, fans were left grieving, confused, and straight up furious. Social media was flooded with tributes, heartbreak emojis, and hashtag #LongLiveVon posts. But now, almost 5 years later, something insane has just surfaced. We're talking about a leaked FBI file that's got the internet losing its mind. Insiders are claiming this ain't just a random shootout. They say this was a calculated betrayal. And here's the wild part, it might have come from within his own circle. Word on the street is, the Fed's been watching OTAs way longer than anyone knew. Quiet investigations, phone taps, surveillance footage, and now? Boom, a 63-page leaked document is making rounds in secret online forums. And if what's in those pages is even halfway true, it's about to shake up the entire Chicago rap scene. But before we dive into that, let's rewind. King Von wasn't just another rapper. He was a storyteller, a street poet, and a rising star who made it out the mud. He had that raw, authentic energy that couldn't be faked. And when he linked up with Lil Durk, fans thought OTF was unstoppable. It was brotherhood, loyalty, ride-or-die vibes. Or so we thought. Because behind the scenes, things were allegedly getting messy. Some sources close to the situation claim Von started moving differently in the months leading up to his death. More private meetings, fewer studio sessions. Even missing out of events he normally would have been front row for. Whispers began to spread that Von had plans to go fully solo, build his own brand, break out from under Durk's shadow, and take his day ones with him. And apparently, not everybody in OTE was happy about that. According to this leaked FBI file, agents picked up chatter between affiliates that suggested Von was becoming a threat to the structure. Those were the exact words used. Now, what does that even mean? From the way it's described, Von had loyalty to the streets. But he didn't want to keep getting dragged into ongoing beefs, legal problems, and street politics. He was focused on the music, and that shift, it might have rubbed some people the wrong way. Fast forward to the night of November 6, 2020. Von had just dropped Welcome to O-Block. The city was buzzing. He flew down to Atlanta to celebrate, link with fans, and do some industry moves. But hours later, he's caught in an altercation outside Monaco Hookah Lounge. Shots ring out. Von is hit multiple times. Chaos erupts. And just like that, he's gone. It was blamed on a fight with rapper Quando Rando's crew. Timothy Leaks, aka Lil Tum, took the fall. Case closed, right? Well, not anymore. Because here's where it gets insane. Inside the leaked documents is a section labeled Operation Hush Money. In it, anonymous informants claim that members of OTF had knowledge of the confrontation beforehand. like someone inside the crew knew Vaughn was going to run into Quando that night. And even crazier, they let it happen. A paragraph reads, quote, "Subject A was made aware of the potential risk involving Subject V's encounter at the venue, but declined to intervene. Subject A is believed to be someone very high up in the OTF hierarchy. Fans are speculating everything from close friends to business partners." The streets are buzzing. K and Reddit is on fire, trying to decode who's who. And here's the part that had fans straight up spiraling. One of the messages, allegedly retrieved from an encrypted phone, said, "He think he can leave and take the money with him. Let him find out the hard way." Boom. Betrayal. Now picture this. Now I'm thinking he's just celebrating his album, surrounded by people he trusts, not knowing that someone close might have left the door wide open for his enemies. It's the kind of twist that feels like something out of a movie. But this is real life. One of Vaughn's old homies, who we'll call T-Man for now, spoke out anonymously in a now-deleted Instagram Live. He said, "I've been knew something wasn't." Right that night, the energy was off, to many unfamiliar faces, and folks was moving funny. He claims Vaughn was acting paranoid in the hours before the altercation, saying he felt like someone was watching him. And here's where emotions ran high. A clip surfaced last month showing Vaughn's sister Kayla B at a private party, visibly upset, yelling into her phone. Fans zoomed in on the convo and heard her say, "Nah, you knew. Y'all all knew and still let him walk in there." The video got deleted fast, but not before it hit TikTok and got reposted over 1,000 times. Now fans are saying she might have been confronting someone in OTF. This leak has brought everything back to the surface. Fans are digging through old tweets, DMs, and Vaughn's lyrics like detectives. One bar from a song released months before his death is now going viral. He said, "I got love for the gang, but the game got snakes." At the time, nobody thought much of it. Now, its chilling talking sections are going wild. Some fans are heartbroken, saying they can't believe Ott would betray their own. Others are saying it may. Instantly, fans went back to dissecting that infamous night, frame by frame. Screenshots of Vaughn's last location, his car pulling up, the crew's formation, even who dapped him up and who didn't. It all started looking suspicious. A breakdown video on YouTube titled "Vaughn was led to his death" hit over 3 million views in 24 hours. In that clip, a fan points out something that's now being debated. Heavy Vaughn walks up on Quando's crew with no strap, no real backup, and minimal security. The question is why? This is Vaughn. He knew how dangerous things could get, yet, somehow, he was the only one left vulnerable that night. A former security guard who worked with OTF, going by the name Marcus V, claimed in a secret clubhouse room that Vaughn's usual protection team was told to stand down that night. He said, "I'm not gonna say who made that call, but it came from someone higher up." Vaughn had a routine, and that night, all that was thrown out the window. As this drama kept building, fans couldn't ignore how different Dirk's energy had been after Vaughn's death. Sure, he posted tributes and released music in his honor, but behind the scenes, rumors say he distanced himself from certain OTF members, changed numbers, and even moved differently when it came to street alliances. Some fans even pointed out that Dirk unfollowed or stopped interacting with a few guys who were tight with Vaughn just before his death. One of them, known only as D, used to appear in background videos and stories all the time. Now, ghosted. Some even claim D left the country shortly after the funeral. But it gets even crazier. Another bombshell hit when a former Atlanta studio engineer leaked an unreleased track recorded by Vaughn just days before he died. In the rough version of the song, Vaughn raps, "Trust none, not even the ones who share the plate. I seen love turn lethal, smiles turn snake." Fans are now calling it a warning shot, a hidden message Vaughn was trying to send in the days after. The leak hashtag Vaughn knew started trending on X. Fans began to paint Vaughn as someone who knew his time was coming. Someone who saw the betrayal forming and tried to speak through his music. One post read, "He tried to warn us. His whole last album was a goodbye letter, and we ain't even realize it." While fans were grieving all over again, more dirt began to surface. A former OTF road manager, anonymous but verified by multiple bloggers, claimed Dirk and Vaughn hadn't been on speaking terms in the final 2 weeks before his death. They weren't beefing, per se, but there was tension about the money and movement. Apparently, Vaughn was planning to launch his own label, take a few youngins from Chicago under his wing, and go full independent. No middlemen, no cuts, no more Big Brother watching. This move allegedly made certain people feel like Vaughn was trying to outgrow the family and ditch the OTF's legacy. And in some street circles, that kind of ambition ain't always celebrated. T's punished. The betrayal angle got even deeper when a voicemail surfaced again. Totally unverified, but chilling nonetheless. In the message, a female voice crying says, "They set him up. He wasn't even supposed to be there. They told him it was just a vibe. No beef, no drama." And he believed them. The audio spread like wildfire across TikTok and Instagram, getting reposted by multiple gossip pages. Its comments were lit up with fire emojis, snake emojis, and fans demanding answers. Emotions ran high inside Vaughn's family. Things got real heated. His cousin Belo went live and threw some serious shade at OTF. "I don't care who get mad, y'all knew something, and I'm not biting my tongue no more. We got receipts." That live was screen recorded and reposted on YouTube channels everywhere. Some even claim Belo might be preparing to drop his own tell-all documentary. Vaughn's sister Kayla B remained cryptic, only posting heartbreak quotes and old photos of her and Vaughn. But fans noticed she liked several tweets accusing ATF of foul play. Now, whether that was intentional or just emotional scrolling, we don't know, but it added fuel to the fire. And Dirk, still silent. The silence became a whole conversation on its own. Fans were demanding that he speak up, defend himself, say something, anything. But nothing came. No posts, no interviews, no tweets, not even a comment to shut the rumors down. And that's when the streets started whispering that silence might be guilt. A user on Reddit said, "When the block gets hot, the quietest ones usually got the most to hide." Another replied, "Dirk too smart to speak on this. Key either hiding something or protecting himself." As the pressure grew, a strange thing happened. Some of ETF's newer members started unfollowing each other on Instagram. What looked like small drama at first started being tracked by fans like it was a reality show. Screenshots flew everywhere. He unfollowed him. She deleted her pics with Vaughn. The comment sections turned into war zones. And just when fans thought they'd heard it all, a new name dropped. Someone only identified as J-Rock A, street-level affiliate from Oblik, got arrested on unrelated charges. But while in custody, documents say he offered significant information regarding the Vaughn case. Now, we don't know what exactly he said, but insiders claim the FBI reopened their interest in certain OTF members following that combo. Speculation is swirling that J-Rock might have witnessed key events that night, or heard something before it all went down, from feds to fans. The whole thing started to feel like a ticking time bomb. Blogs went wild. TikTokers started reenacting theories like it was a Netflix doc. Some fans even accused other rappers of knowing more than they let on, pointing fingers at everyone, from Atlanta promoters to Chicago producers. The lines between truth and rumor blurred, and nobody knew what to believe anymore. But through all the chaos, one thing was clear. Wasn't just a random shooting. It felt layered, calculated, personal, Von's death is being re-examined. In real time, not just by fans, but by investigators, bloggers, and people who were actually there that night. And with this new pressure, things are starting to crack. Because in part 3, we're going to dig into something even wilder: how money, jealousy, and hidden deals might have been the real reason behind King Von's death. A mysterious payout, an industry exec, and a shocking betrayal that could change the way fans see OTF forever. So here we are: money, jealousy, and industry snakes. When you follow the trail behind King Von's death, it always seems to lead back to one thing: power. In part 2, we touched on whispers about a mysterious payout. Now in part 3, we dig into that fully. Because what if Von's death wasn't just about loyalty or beef? What if it was business? Multiple insiders, including an anonymous music lawyer, told rap blogs that a major label had eyes on Von even before Welcome to a Block dropped. And not just let's sign him type attention, we talkin' million-dollar offers. Global expansion, movie deals, the whole package. But here's the twist. Von allegedly told close friends he didn't want to sign with any label. He wanted to create his own, one insider said. He was about to launch his own imprint, bring a couple artists from O Block with him, and go 100% independent. If that happened, a lot of money would stop flowing to certain people. And that's when the tension reportedly reached a boiling point. According to files floating around on a darknet leak site, Von had begun rejecting meetings, ghosting label execs, and even pulling back on appearances he was contractually obligated to do through his OTA affiliations. That's when, allegedly, Swan Close started making moves behind his back. The FBI documents mention a quote from a hidden source identified only as CW92, claiming that a meeting took place 2 weeks before Von's death involving a known Chicago music exec, an OTF affiliate, and a Southern promoter tied to Atlanta's club scene. During that meeting, it's alleged that a private conversation happened about what to do with the Von situation. That's the exact phrase used: the Von situation. The file doesn't detail what was said, but the fact that it's even mentioned got the streets buzzing. Fans began tying it to the rumor of a 6-figure payout that hit someone's bank account less than 48 hours after Von's death. According to one internet sleuth, who posted banking screenshots which haven't been confirmed, a cash wire of over $300,000 was made from a shell corporation linked to the entertainment industry to a personal account registered under an OTF affiliate's real name. Fans instantly jumped on it. "Blood money," one comment said. Another wrote, "They got paid to shut him up." While the payout claim is still unverified, it added serious weight to a theory that's been brewing underground for a while now, that Von was becoming too powerful, too fast, and someone at the table decided. Remember how Von was working on a documentary about O Block? Yeah, turns out he had a whole separate project in the works, one that apparently exposed a lot about Chicago's underworld. According to a former videographer who worked with him, Von planned to drop behind-the-scenes footage, interviews, and even name names of people who were exploiting the hood for profit. The videographer said he wanted to shine light on the real story, the stuff they don't talk about in interviews. And honestly, some folks wasn't comfortable with that. So now put the pieces together, he's going independent, turning down deals, making a doc that could expose certain figures, and questioning loyalty all around him. In street terms, that's a dangerous combo. The more Von moved solo, the more isolated he allegedly became. Close friends say he started watching everyone. He switched hotels at the last minute. He stopped sharing locations. One even said he told them, "If anything happened to me, don't believe it was random." And then November 6th happened. The club, the fight, the gunshots, and the eerie silence from Kiati members in the hours after. A damning screenshot from a private message sent on the night of Von's death shows someone texting, "It's done." 2 words, no context, no follow-up. That message was allegedly sent by a person who was with Vaughn earlier that day. The screenshot spread like wildfire, with fans trying to decode the sender and recipient. And while OTF remained publicly quiet, Vaughn's associates outside the circle started pointing fingers. An artist from Atlanta who had worked with Vaughn posted a now-deleted story saying they knew what they did. And y'all go and see the truth unfold piece by piece. That same artist hasn't posted since, leading fans to speculate whether he was threatened or told to disappear. Even DJ Academics got involved, saying on his live stream, "Too many things don't add up." Vaughn was moving smart. He was focused. He wasn't reckless like that. For him to die like this, something off. By now, fans were in full-blown detective mode. One viral TikTok broke down Vaughn's last 24 hours like a crime doc. Maps, timestamps, voiceovers. People were matching outfits, tracking cars, analyzing reflections in background windows. One user found a piece of audio in a vlog from the night before where someone in the background says, "Just play your role. Don't say nothing." And now the story is spreading beyond just gossip blogs. Mainstream media is starting to ask questions. Legal analysts are saying the FBI might reopen the case if enough pressure mounts, and fans, they're not letting go. But even deeper, there's one question nobody can answer. Yet who benefits the most from Vaughn being gone? Because look at the moves made after his death. Certain artists blew up. Certain deals got signed. Certain streams tripled. Merch flew. The label profited. And the streets went quiet. Real quiet. But real ones, no silence don't mean peace. It just means people are waiting. In part 4, we go all the way into the fallout, friendships destroyed, ATF members turning on each other, and one final shocking betrayal that might be the last nail in the coffin. Someone close to Vaughn is ready to speak, and what they say might end careers. By now, the streets were buzzing louder than ever. Social media had turned into a war zone. Fans weren't just reacting, they were investigating, theorizing, and straight up accusing. The OTF brand, once seen as a symbol of unity and loyalty, was now being painted as a house of snakes. And the final nail. It came from someone inside. Former close friend of Vaughn's, known in the streets as Lil Mo, came forward in a raw, unfiltered Instagram live that shook the entire internet. Face blurred, voice distorted, but real emotion pouring out. Lil Mo looked straight into the camera and said, "I was there. I seen how they moved. They ain't protect bro like they was supposed to. They left him out there." He didn't name names directly. But what he did say had fans connecting dots at lightning speed. "Bro told me 3 days before he died. Something happened to me, don't cry, just ride. He already felt it. He told me he ain't trust certain people around him no more. Said they was moving funny." Comment sections exploded. "It's confirmed, y'all. Vaughn, KNEW. They really set him up. This is heartbreaking. OTF done for." Meanwhile, inside OTF's silence was cracking. Rumors started flying that certain members were no longer allowed at OTF-affiliated events. A promoter in Chicago posted a story saying, "Can't say who, but some people got banned from the next 2 shows, too hot right now." Fans immediately began guessing who was being iced out. Some names came up more than once, especially people who had been suspiciously quiet since Vaughn's death. But what came next? That changed everything. A leaked text thread allegedly between 2 people affiliated with Vaughn's team showed someone saying, "Dirk, know what really happened? He just can't say it without bringing the whole empire down." The other person replied, "He'd been covering for someone close. But once the feds circle back, it's over." At this point, the streets were done playing nice. Chicago blogs were posting wild theories hourly. YouTube channels dropped Part 10 of Vaughn Conspiracy Exposes. Even former enemies of OTF started chiming in, throwing shade and acting like they had known all along. But then, the biggest twist of them all happened. Vaughn's mother, who'd stayed silent through all the noise, finally broke her silence. In a heart-wrenching post on Facebook One that was deleted within hours, she wrote, "I don't want revenge. I want the truth. My son didn't deserve this. I know he had plans. I know he trusted people. But somebody knew. And I pray to God it comes out." Fans were stunned. The post got screenshotted and reposted everywhere. People said it gave them chills. It wasn't accusatory, but it felt like confirmation. Confirmation that the family felt something had gone wrong too. The most emotional reaction came from Kayla B., Vaughn's sister. After new reports claim that Dirk's legal team had been contacted by federal agents allegedly. Due to recent developments in the reopened investigation, while no charges were filed, this sparked rumors that Dirk may be preparing to distance himself even further from certain affiliates. Some say he's considering pulling out of OTF completely, rebranding, and going solo under a new name. One insider from the industry told a podcast anonymously, "This whole thing is too messy. Dirk got too much to lose. He might cut ties just to survive." What's wild is that after all this, OTF's social media accounts started acting weird too. Posts got deleted. Bios were changed. Certain members were unfollowed. Some fans even noticed that old Vaughn posts were missing from certain pages, fueling even more speculation that a full wipeout is underway, and the betrayal. It doesn't stop at Vaughn. A lesser-known rapper who was once affiliated with OT went live on TikTok, nearly in tears, saying, "They took bro, and now they cutting off everybody who might speak. I'm next. They already warned me." Fans flooded the comments begging him to stay safe, to speak out, to not let Vaughn's story fade away. This ain't just a story about one man's death anymore. It's about a movement unraveling. A brotherhood turned business deal. A crew once feared and respected, now cracking under the weight of secrets. And remember the FBI files? They haven't even released the full documents yet. Insiders claim there's another section titled Ongoing Witness Cooperation. Fans believe this could mean that someone close, someone deep inside the crews, now working with the feds. If that's true, everything could come crashing down. There's even talk of an upcoming documentary, allegedly being developed by a major streaming platform. It would feature unheard audio, private footage, and interviews from people who were there that night. The platform hasn't confirmed anything yet, but the buzz is growing. As it stands now, OTF is fractured. Vaughn's legacy is being re-examined. And fans are left to pick up the pieces of a story that's no longer just about rap, it's about loyalty, money, and the price of silence. People don't know who to trust. Everyone's suspect. And with the streets talking louder than ever, the truth might finally be close. But the question still stands. Who really set up King Vaughn? Was it the streets? The industry? Someone inside the family? Or did a rising star just get caught in the crossfire of power, jealousy, and betrayal? Whatever. The answer is, one thing's for sure, this story ain't over. And there you have it. From the moment King Vaughn touched down in Atlanta to that tragic night outside the club. From the silence inside OTA to the whispers of betrayal, money moves, and leaked FBI files. The pieces are starting to form a picture that's darker than anyone expected. Was it jealousy? Was it business? Or was it a carefully calculated setup from people he once called family? We talked about the mysterious wiretap, the hidden money trail, the deleted social media posts, the encrypted FBI documents, and the heartbreaking reactions from Vaughn's own blood. Kayla B's cryptic tweets, his mother's silent grief, Friends going live and breaking omerta. Vaughn's own lyrics that might have predicted his end, and through it all, the silence from Lil Durk. No interviews, no public statements. Just a black screen post that says, "Loyalty comes with a price." And that got fans wondering what price was paid. And who really paid it? The legacy of King Von is bigger than just music. It's the story of a man trying to change his path, build his empire, and uplift his people. But the streets don't always let you leave clean. And when money and fame get involved, loyalty gets tested. Snakes move in silence. And sometimes, the enemy wears the same chain. As this saga continues to unfold, one thing's for sure, the truth always comes out. Whether it's through court, documents, leaked footage, or someone finally breaking the silence, justice might still be waiting around the corner. So what do you think really happened? Was King Von's death a setup from inside OTF? Or just a tragic moment that spiraled out of control? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Tell us who you think knew, who stayed silent, and who needs to speak up. Smash that like button if you want justice for Vaughn. Subscribe to the channel if you ride with real stories, real talk, and rap culture with no filters. And hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next chapter, because trust me, this story, it's far from over. Long live King Von. Rest in power.